We live, we live, we live. And honey, I didn't want to get out of bed today. So I ain't got but a few minutes. But I'm nosy. Okay? I'm nosy. So how y'all doing? Y'all want to hurry up and check something out. Today is June the 26th. It's a Wednesday. We halfway there. Listen, y'all, I want to be nosy. Okay. And I want to practice sharing my screen. So let's get into it. Hmm. Let me do this. And we just gonna see what happens. So this came up on my timeline. Was it like 3 or 4 days ago? The 18th. Yeah, today is the 24th. So not too long ago. Y'all know Tonyatko is like a celebrity tea channel. Um she talks about, relationships. She used to just do a lot of relationship stuff. But she into the tea. Um, injustices across the world, all type of stuff. Just she just do like I do, just talk. But you know, hers on another level, right? So I was watching her channel the other day, and this popped up on the screen where she's saying she's having a problem with an Airbnb. So you know me, I love me some drama. So I clicked right on in to see what's going on. Now this just my retelling of the story. You can always watch. She got 4 or 5 video series, so you can get step by step. But in wrapped all up, Tanya needed to have some type of surgery in Chicago. And y'all know we find the best hospitals for everything. So she was trying to, found out she could get the best surgery in Chicago. They gave her a surgery date and everything, honey. So while she's there, she decides to get her Airbnb to help her recover. Now, I'm sure Tanya is in her 40s, so she got her father with her, and they're going to stay at an Airbnb. So I think she said as she gets closer and closer to the day for her to check into this Airbnb, she starts messaging the host. I guess, she gets the address, she gets all the important information and stuff like that. She gets to Chicago, and if I'm not mistaken, I think she has a Uber or something, or she's renting a vehicle. She pulls up and is scared by what she see in the neighborhood. Now, she said the pictures on Airbnb look delightful. Everything looks marvelous. And I'm telling this story to warn other people too, because essentially what she found out is there's a lot of corporations who are buying up abandoned homes, fixing them up, and Airbnb them out. Because, we're having a home crisis right now. People can't afford to buy homes, but they'll do an Airbnb for different situations. So basically, this is what happened to her in Chicago. And if you've ever rented an Airbnb, you know You do not get the real address until after you've given them the money. Okay? That's one thing. That's one thing right there that's an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I can see my messages on this phone. When it comes to Airbnb, you get the city, you get the state, but you do not get the actual address until you've already paid them. So the way she was describing it, she said, the house looked really good and everything, but it's the neighborhood. I don't know if she said it's in the east side or the west side. Oh, it's in the west, I guess west side. And a lot of people in her comments was like, "Ooh, Tanya, you don't want to be on the west side." And then she was talking about there was a mass shooting in Chicago the day before she went, and I think it was on the west side. So she was doing a lot of researching about the area. I don't know if it was a day before she got there or when she actually got there, but she just did not feel comfortable. She said, "Oh, and we're gonna look at it because I'm that nosy." So she put the listing right here on her video. Oh, okay. She said they refused to refund her after renting under false pretenses, abandoned building next door, abandoned cars, attics, garage, filth, and crime. Oh, let's click on here and see what the place look like. Oh, they done took it down. They done took it down, y'all. That's all right. We're gonna try another way because she got the address right here. Let's copy this address. Let's see if I can find it right here. You see what it looked like. Ooh. Oh. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. This it right here. And even the pictures on Google look good. Like these pictures look good now. So these pictures must be old because she actually showed a picture in her video and it looks nothing like this. Let me see if I can scroll. Oh. Wow, this is crazy. So she's showing the text messages right here. Yeah, she's showing the text messages. Dang, I was gonna try to be sneaky and pull it up on Google Maps, but they don't even have a current picture of the place. She's just showing her communication back and forth. That is so scary though, because first off, this lady's not coming in town to have no type of vacation or to have a good time. Like, even if you stay at a cheap hotel, if you go into Vegas, you know you're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because I even stayed years ago when my kids were small. We stayed at Circus Circus. I think Circus Circus is one of the worst hotels now. But Let's see if I can slide over and see if she does show pictures, but I must not be catching it. Yeah, she asked her fans to help her out because I think she paid close to 1,900 for 1 week or 1,600. She paid a pretty good deal for this place, and she said the pictures on Airbnb, the place looked marvelous. So they must be using the Google pictures for the outside because when she got there, she said it was in the middle of abandoned buildings. There was abandoned cars. There was seedy people standing by. And then somebody said a lot of homeless people or vagrant people will break into the Airbnbs. But she did have a good picture of it, and I can't find it right now. But she's telling the story, and this is she's at a hotel right now because she said the place looked so bad and the area was so unsafe that she could not even check in. She said she did not feel safe checking in, and this is the day before her surgery, and Airbnb is talking about they don't want to refund her money. And I was sure gonna click on this thing and look at the listing. But honey, I think Airbnb did their research and found that place not to be safe as well. But the moral of the story is the reason why I want to talk about her story is just to put the warning out there. When you rent an Airbnb, go on Google Maps, look around. I hope that helps. Um, Especially if you're gonna be there a long period of time. I think she says she rented it for 7 days. Plus, she was gonna be at a vulnerable period. Like I said, she wasn't going there to have fun, like where you would only be in the room at night and it's really not that big of a deal. She was gonna be there for after surgery. So um, she was gonna be at a very vulnerable state. Trying to get the concealer. Y'all know today Wednesday, honey. And I got to get it together for my meetings, but I want to do something a little different. I saw somebody mix their concealer with their corrector. So this is a little peach corrector. I'm going to see how it works. I was really looking for an orange one, but there's a little peach one. And let me see if I can get a brush to mix it. Okay, let me stop sharing. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link to her channel in my description box when I finish. And you can check out her series because she got her people to dance over there to Airbnb and let them know something. Because first she had to fly to Chicago, her and her father, because surgery won't let you leave by yourself. You always got to have a escort. And somebody told me, well, why don't you just get in an Uber? Hospitals and doctors have gotten um, alerted to that. They will not release you to anybody, to somebody you don't know. It has to be somebody that you know that they release you to. Because think about it, you are under anesthetic. And right before you go under, they tell you don't sign no paperwork, don't do this, don't do operate no vehicle, don't do that, don't do that. And where's your escort? So they want you to have someone that you know to escort you after you have a procedure. Because I had a couple of people say, well, why can't you just jump in an Uber when the surgery over with? Because the Uber can kidnap you too. And hospitals don't want to be liable. Doctors don't want to be liable. Mm-mm. They do not want to be liable. And I forgot to do my primer, and I really need to. So I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out this one because I've been seeing the girls double prime, primer for different things. Look, I still got where the pillow was folded up on my face. Still got that on my face. So this primer right here is to take care of the pores in my skin. It fills in the pores. And I think they did an excellent job. And the next primer, I'm going to use one of these grippy primers to grip the foundation I'm ready to put on. I did not know y'all was out here using two, so I can't wait to see how this works today. Y'all know on Wednesdays I have a lot of meetings, but now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of people are out of town and we don't even have our meeting today. So I'm still just up here playing in makeup. So let me put you on. I want to put you on. What time? How long I've been on here? 17 minutes. Okay. So there's a story I saw on TikTok where this couple adopted some African American children. And that's great till you find out they adopt them for the wrong reason. So let's see if we can get a little backstory.
These two despicable motherfuckers right here adopted black children and used them as slaves. They forced these children to sleep on concrete. They barely fed these children and they never bathed these children. These children were only meant to do work for these two. And this is not the first time. Google it. These people are doing this all over the country. They're adopting black children and using them for their personal laborers. Right? These two motherfuckers were so despicable they made these kids live in this damn shed right here, which is eerily similar to slave shacks that they used to have back in the days. That's how twisted these two were. They wanted to be like their ancestors so bad that they went to this extreme. Pause the read.
Mm. Okay, let me see. Oh, a West Virginia couple allegedly used their black adopted children as slaves, locking them in a barn and forcing them to perform farm labor per the Metro News. Not me, I'm reading the news. Donald Lance, 63, and Jane Whitefeather were initially arrested in October following a wellness check during which authorities found two of the couple's five adopted children locked in a shed on their Sassonville property. Wow. Oh my goodness. Let's look. Let's look. I love double checking. Oh, let's see. And this the first thing came up too. Look. Sky News, New York Post, Sky News, Daily. Look, y'all, it's got to be true. So let's look at New York Post. Probably gonna come up with some ads. Ooh, ooh. West Virginia couple alleged to have kept 5 adopted Black children locked in barns and used as slaves. Look at them. Look at them, y'all. Oh, let me slide down right here. A white couple from West Virginia has been accused of child neglect after allegedly forcing their adopted Black children to work as slaves and locking them in a barn. They're in their 60s and they had the nerve to plead not guilty of multiple charges, including human trafficking of a minor, use of a minor in forced labor, child neglect, creating substantial risk of serious bodily injury or death. Yeah, if you got them out there working with real farm equipment as children, according to Metro News, they also face allegations of human rights violations over specifically targeting Black children and forcing them to work because of their race. Kewanna County Circuit Judge Akers claims that the children were used basically as slaves. The couple were first arrested in October of 2023 after a wellness check led to the discovery of 2 of the couple's adopted 5 children, aged 6, 9, 11, 14, and 16, living in inhumane conditions. And they told the police that that was a clubhouse and denied they were locked in it. The 9-year-old girl was found inside the main house before Lance came home with an 11-year-old boy later. Whitefeather returned with a 6-year-old. Bail's been set for $500,000 from the previous amount of $200,000. They will be going to court in September, and we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this case right here. I'm gonna have to put this in my notebook to make sure I come back. What y'all got going on, West Virginia? Now I ain't seen no mass shootings, but this what y'all doing? This what y'all doing? I guess that's why I ain't never set foot in no West Virginia. You adopting children, making them work for you. And 6, 9, 11, 14, 16. Mm, mm, mm. And see, and then the other week, we had the lady who gave up all 5 of her children for adoption. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You just don't never know where your children gonna end up. So this is with Fenty. Just without. This little powder be putting it on, look like. Despicable. They are truly despicable. Yeah, I ain't show y'all my big bruise. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So the man asked me, where should I put your IV? I said up here. Of course, he gonna try to go down here. Where did he end up after he created this? Right here, where I told him to go. When people tell me that, I believe them. Because we be knowing where our veins is at. We try to tell the people where to go. But they booked and told them they supposed to go somewhere else. He clearly asked me where do they usually stick you to get your blood or for IVs. I clearly said right in the middle. Clearly said right in the middle. He started looking down here at my hands. And I think I got some veins in there. But when you haven't had nothing to eat or drink in 12 hours, which I stopped drinking at 6 o'clock the night before, your veins be kind of flat. But if you had an option where you can drink water right before you get blood drawn, drink as much water as you can. It makes your veins pop up. Anyway, he didn't do what I said, so he had to give me a golf ball to learn his lesson. Hopefully for the next patient, he will listen. Hopefully he will listen. So now that I've thought about it, they did cancel the meeting for today. So I'm not going to even do no more. Y'all know who I saw yesterday on YouTube I hadn't seen in a long time is Wayne Goss. And I did not know he had came out with his own foundation and everything. So I missed that launch. He is one of the OG makeup artists or makeup YouTubers on YouTube. And I think he's from England. He's from over the pond. And one of his videos popped up on my timeline. And he was doing like the concealer face. So I think I did want to try his method till he started putting his concealer down here or his contour down here. And then he was saying, yeah, that'll chisel out your chin if you're a man. I don't know if I really want to follow his. So I might need to get somebody else to follow because I'm not trying to chisel to make it look stronger. But I did go to his website to see what that foundation was talking about. And it looked like my shade gone, sold out, honey. I think he only got 3 shades left that's rich in color. And it's richer than my skin color, so I couldn't even pull it off. But I was glad to see he was still making videos. I was really glad to see. And it was also funny to hear that somebody in the background was in the kitchen because you could hear pots and pans clamoring. And that's so real. That's why I enjoyed it. It is so real. So that's all I'm going to do today because we're not having no meetings. Not at all. It looked like everybody breaking up too. I heard Kenya Moore maybe got her papers settled. We heard about Iman and Tiana. They even said Bernice Burgos and her basketball player Boo. are no longer a couple. Is it Burgos or Bargos? I didn't know she was still out there dating. But yeah, he done found him somebody that's into basketball too. Not no Instagram model type. He done found him a basketball girly. He said, I'm moving on to real life now. And I was watching another YouTuber and he said basically what happened is he done found him somebody that's got something to lose too. He not dating somebody where he the only one that's got a little something to lose. He's now dating somebody that's got something to lose, just like he got something to lose if things go wrong. And I was like, that's how you do it. Don't date down, date up. Somebody that's got something to lose, just like you got something to lose. Say, for instance, you got yourself a good government job. You don't want to date down. Somebody could mess you and your job up or anything. Every time I do this, I kind of don't see it that good. So today I'm not going to mess it up by doing too much. I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit. So today is Wednesday, y'all. Let's get it. I didn't want to get out of bed today. I'm going to be honest. I kept on hitting that clock. That's why I'm late. But we made it. We made it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to look at Tanya's video and screenshot the place that I could find. Because I thought that shit was really crazy how, you think you're going to be living in a deluxe apartment in the sky high. And then when you actually get to your city, you in the trap. After you done paid thousands of dollars to stay at the trap. Now you got to come out. You got to come out the house. You just don't go in the house and then you safe and you ain't got to worry about nothing. You got to be a part of the community. You might need some milk. You might need some gas. You might need something. And Tanya said she was scared. First she's going to be down with her health with the surgery, and her father is a mature gentleman. So really, you got people almost Airbnb got people like sitting ducks in some of these neighborhoods. So y'all be careful. I know it's summertime, people on vacation, but check it out. Check them neighborhoods out real good because that's what the corporations is doing. They're going out here taking advantage, renting bandos, fixing them up, and throwing them on Airbnb. I wouldn't even want to fool with owning an Airbnb because I don't want to keep paying for somebody to go clean it up. So I would have to be near a serious attraction area where people would want to come. I don't know what it is, but I can feel when a piece of hair is on my face. For real, I can feel it. A piece of lint. Let me just use a clean one. So I appreciate y'all stepping by the channel today. That stuff blended in pretty good. I want to do that sunrise or sunset blush where you do the orange, is it pink and then gold? But I wanted to try this out by itself first, and it blended in pretty good. So we might be okay to try that blush trick out. See how I look on mature skin. All right, y'all. That's what I got today. What time is it? I got to give my dog some water so I can be outside doing the morning walk thing. Y'all have a safe Wednesday, and I will see you on the next Rich Upload or live. Peace, Riches.